the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down.
Good morning, Santa Barbara Teen Sports listeners. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday.
This is a whole hour of Santa Barbara Teen Athletes and all those people and businesses that support those teen athletes. Dominique Hackett in the corner. You're working. Stop working.
Good morning.
Do I have anything in my teeth? No?
Nope.
No, sure?
No.
It was so funny. The other day I asked you, well, I don't know if I asked you, maybe you weren't paying attention because you always got those earplugs in and I'm talking to you and we're going into, I know, no, you got those things in your ears and I wasn't paying attention and I know specifically, I said, do I have anything in my teeth? Because, you know, she got me hooked on those and I don't know why. I hated them. I don't know, like when they first came out, those seaweed things. What are they called?
Oh, roasted seaweed.
Right. I didn't like them when they first came out. I don't know how long they've been out. I know Costco came out with them, so she started buying because we do the hosting of the Chinese students, right?
Yes.
Bishop Diego, love Bishop. Okay, we got Anna. She's in the house right now. You can say a quick, hey, Anna. Okay, so they love the seaweed from the Costco. And I don't know, when my Chinese students started eating them, they make them so delightful, especially my one, Nico. And the way he sits and eats them, I mean,
he's so happy.
They're so happy. So I started eating them. So getting back to my story. So I had said to you, do I have anything in my teeth? Because you had those little apple things in your ear because you're always on the Apple meeting. Well, you never responded thinking that, you know, non-response to me is like there's nothing in my teeth. Well, let me tell you something. I went the whole day. Okay, because that's the one downside of eating those chips things. There's the green between the teeth. Okay.
All right, well,
Michael Baker, you would have let me go all day. Michael Baker's in the house today. All day. The green. And I work with a lot of seniors. Thank goodness. Okay?
Yes, but
nobody had their glasses.
You got me back. You got me back. I had paint on my chin and then on my
throat.
For
3 days I didn't say anything. Okay, that's how I got you back.
That's two good friends right there.
That's right.
Looking out for each other.
Thelma and Louise right there, right? Laverne and Shirley. Okay, we went over the cliff together. That's right. But
that is a
metaphor.
A real friend.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a real friend.
That was
you have nothing
horrible.
in your teeth other than teeth.
Thank you.
Yes.
I like eating like stacks of them. Have you had them, Michael? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I haven't.
Michael, I'm going to give you a bag.
Oh, that's okay.
They're delightful.
Yeah, it sounds delicious.
They're
crunchy.
Talking about
Seaweed.
Them. Really crunchy.
Roasted
Crunchy
seaweed.
You like them?
Yeah.
Honestly, not really.
No.
There you go.
You don't like the
I don't know
crunch?
why.
They're salty.
It's like something about seafood. I don't really like.
You don't like
the smell
seafood
of,
at
like,
all?
Seaweed.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. Just something about it.
Nothing.
Not really.
Really? Huh.
But I'll have to have Davey try some of those.
Oh,
Nico
really?
likes
Oh,
them so
yeah. I'm
much.
sure Davey's eating them at
Love them.
lunchtime.
Delicious. Okay. Really? You don't like them? Never tried them?
No, I've never tried seaweed. Sorry.
It's dried.
It's dry. I'm sure it's.
Kristen Sneddon's in the house. Woo! We're talking about dried seaweed at Costco. Have you had it? You know those little seaweed chips?
No, I haven't had it.
You haven't had them either.
It's
Why am
delicious. I eat it all the time.
No. I
was
just
just
got it
telling
stuck in my
everybody
teeth.
how
We were
much
talking, and then
I
Dominique
eat
didn't
Trader
tell me.
Joe's one.
You like
Yes,
it?
yes.
I love it. Yeah.
Oh, so you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
But so we have to check the teeth, though.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking, should I do that?
No, you're fine. Because I asked
Your teeth are
everybody.
fine.
That's how we started the show. Do I
love
have
your
anything in
hair.
my teeth?
You
No,
have-
thank you. You
yeah,
like it?
yeah, I do.
It's a whole
Doc, your
art
teeth
thing
are
that I
fine,
got going. You like my
too, just so you know.
pants?
Oh, I do. I see paint under your fingernails. It's that time of year.
That's right. I'm doing the whole
Yes,
art thing.
looks
What are
good.
you?
I'm painting.
All right.
I'm still painting. I can't get out of the painting mode. And then I'm not painting my house. I'm painting like pictures.
Your wallet has paint on it.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, you're
like
fully
this?
immersed. Fully immersed. Yes, your water bottle.
That's
She's coordinated.
But not your teeth. Your teeth are good.
It's not paint. It's all in. All in. Right?
Accessories
Well,
are coordinated.
Michael Baker met his wife at an art gallery.
Well, actually,
Wait. I thought we heard he met him. Wait,
No.
we heard another story last time.
I met her at Costco buying seaweed,
no.
which was an amazing
Seaweed aisle.
seaweed aisle. It was a huge aisle. It used to be
All seaweed.
in the Northwest. It was huge. It was huge in the
Was
Northwest.
it?
Yeah,
Definitely.
It was very big.
Oh, my goodness. Hey,
Hi.
how are you?
Good. How are
You
you?
got a lot going on.
I do.
It's August something.
It's
August. I don't even know what day is today.
I think
I've been
school
painting.
has just
I've been smelling it.
started.
Paint fumes.
Well, they could move tax day to this day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
The 15th.
Ah,
Nobody gets that?
Yeah.
The 15th?
yeah, I get it.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay.
So school's about to start.
Seriously.
Seriously,
That's
school's
it.
about to
Yeah,
start.
my boys have moved in, and they're eating a lot of seaweed. No, I'm serious. We love the GP Homestay. Put your hands together.
GP Homestay.
They gave us everybody a rice cooker. Did you get a rice
really
cooker?
wonderful.
I think I took yours. I think
Really?
yours
Did
is in
you?
the back of my car.
It might be because
Well,
I haven't
your
seen
mom's
it in
gotta
a
go to
while.
the meeting.
What meeting?
See? That's what I'm talking about. That's why I have her rice
She probably
cooker.
doesn't even know either. Yeah.
That's right. I said I'm serious. So the GP Homestay, they got it going on. They have great meetings.
Yeah, it was a really nice
good
meeting
ice.
for, especially for the parents that had never hosted an exchange student before.
guys
And
from
so,
Boston. You'll like them. Moved out here. Yeah.
Robert Brown, a shout out to
A
Robert
foreign
Brown.
exchange student from Boston?
No, he's the head. He's the head man.
I was going to say that's
Yeah, he actually lived in China for a while.
was very
Yeah,
cool.
it was very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is he a Red Sox fan?
I think so.
Probably.
He's got that
obviously
accent, too.
Clearly intelligent.
He's a really nice guy.
Very intelligent.
I hoped he would be here today to meet you because he needs friends. And I'm like, oh God, let me meet. You got to meet this guy. You got to meet this guy.
Yeah?
No,
I'd
you like him.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. The nice thing is everyone could pull together their stories so that we could help our exchange students have a happier, more welcoming experience by knowing a little bit of what to anticipate.
Seriously, no, it's great. I can't believe the amount of kids this summer. More than I mean, with the EF helping out throughout the whole summer with the EF. Thank you, Namita. Wow. You know.
Thank you to all
Efren
those
and Jackie
parents.
Reynosa. I don't know how many kids they had. 8, 10, 15. I don't know. I mean, they kept in and out, 4 in, 4 out, 4 in, 4 out. They never said no. So many kids reached out. So many host families reached out. They just didn't say no matter what.
Yeah, I had no idea that so many hundreds of kids, basically, young
We have
adults,
572 one weekend
are
London.
coming into our small Santa Barbara community
to learn English.
in order to get
2
English
weeks, 4
immersion.
weeks. Yeah, all over the world.
So it's a 4-week commitment, 2 week and a 4 week commitment.
2 week, 4 week, yeah. But I mean, I'm talking like one weekend in Santa Barbara, like
Amazing.
572 kids, like land. And it's really hard when, like, say, 20 families last minute said, because things happen. It's a numbers game, right? And then you're like, you get that phone call. I'm like, I have no place to put them. I mean, I'm just like, I'm looking at my office. No, I'm not moving. I have an art gallery now going on in my garage. I have to have an office, but then you feel guilty, because like kids come in another country and like, could you move a couple of things? Could you like put people in? Yeah, you could for a couple, I'm like, no, I need a summer. It just, I get guilty. I feel bad.
But as Santa Barbarians, we should really walk up to someone who is speaking another language and say hi.
Yeah.
Be friendly.
Yeah.
Because they're coming to learn English.
Yeah.
Are these the students that we see who get deposited all together down at Starbucks and have matching colorful
Yes.
backpacks? And
Yes.
okay, so now I'll know to go up and say
Yep.
hi.
Yes.
Okay. In large groups.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they all need homes. When they come, they stay with host families?
They
Yes.
do.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Oh.
And if somebody's interested in doing that, what do they need to do next year?
Janelle Ho.
Okay. And
Up EF.
if somebody says, well, do they cover the cost of having the student with them, or how's that work?
It's great. So the referral system is awesome too. You get, how much do you get? I don't
Like
even know.
$150
We
for
donate
referring
everything.
someone who then
Yeah.
becomes a host parent,
Yeah.
so you get a little
Okay.
something.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the parent gets money. I mean, it's basically covers the food and board. Just
Yeah, it's a food thing.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's not really.
It's an act of love.
You just need
Yeah.
a space for them to go.
Yeah, it's basically, if you have space, they
Good to
really
know.
need it. And basically, it's going to cover your food.
Yeah.
I mean, you get like $120 a week per child, and then you get the referral for the refer. And then in other words, if you refer somebody and somebody just fills out the application, you get a referral fee, like $150 just to get somebody else new in the system.
because they really need people. So,
Bad.
Yeah.
I mean, and then they have arrangements with the residents in for overflow, and things like that. So yeah, it works out. So, and you could put 2 in one room, so
Very cool.
that's good.
Yeah.
For if you
good to know.
need. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yep.
Do we know how many new exchange students are coming to Bishop next year? Do you
I
guys know?
think 3.
new
It's from
ones?
China. Yes.
Yeah, but these parents are all in, like, oh, we'd like to come over and meet you, and I'm like, all right, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I think
like that.
my exchange student's parents came and met us when we
Yeah.
met him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
It's really
awesome.
neat. Yeah, it is.
Because we've had experiences where we no fibbing here, 7 to 9 girls a weekend, because we were the savers, and we
Dos
never met
Publius High
anybody,
School. Yeah, they were exchange students from Dos Publius.
Yeah.
So Anna, did you still have a good relationship with the exchange student that you hosted?
Yeah, I actually really like him. Yeah, we talk a lot. I drive him to school together. We drive to school together, and we just have conversations there. I don't see him too much. Yeah, shout out to Davey. I don't see him too much at school, but we talk a lot at home and stuff. I think he's actually been on the show a few times.
He has.
Yeah, I think he's brought some people. So yeah, he's really immersing himself in the culture.
He reads the most interesting books in English. He's fond of English novels, like from the 19th,
really?
1800s. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he really enjoys English. I think he's going to try to do AP next year.
And I'm like,
which
no,
would be really
dude,
good.
No.
I know. It's going to be tough, but I mean, he wants to do it.
It's not even your first language. No. And that's why I asked you. So I had to be corrected.
Yes.
You said for him to take it.
I did.
And I said, so take it, dude.
Go, Davey.
The Queen of Teen was wrong.
Well, we'll see what happens.
No,
but,
you said, because I brought it up. I said, okay, somebody wants to take AP English. And I didn't say his name. Mm-hmm. It was Davey from an exchange student from China. Okay, I love dearly. And then so I thought, and I was wrong. Okay, the Queen of Teen was incorrect, and I'm getting corrected right now. So you say, getting an A+ in regular English, it's better to take AP and get a C. Even though, because you're Chinese and it's your second language.
Well, a B. We're hoping for a B.
Okay.
B-. All
right.
A C, you might want to think about that, but
Yeah.
I think he could do a B.
Yeah.
AP English, Chinese is your primary.
Well,
Just saying.
Yeah, but he loves to read. I mean, it would be different if you had an exchange student who didn't really like engaging with an English novel.
Maybe he could get a B. I mean,
well, let's take a theoretical person. What would this theoretical person's grade be in their current English class?
An A.
An A,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Right now or finished with an A in junior level English.
Yeah.
Absolutely AP.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it.
There.
Right here. You heard it here. You heard it.
Well,
You heard it.
I feel like kids, especially at the beginning of the semester or quarter, jump in there, do the thing that your heart is telling you to try to do.
Yes.
And see if you find support. See if you feel that yes, I can do this. I mean, I remember one time I walked into a third year accounting class, and it was so over my head I couldn't even find the exit. That was obviously a class I shouldn't take. Right? You're going to know it. You're going to know it. Go for it.
Okay, well, what I suggested, I don't know if I can. Okay, you can honk me anytime. I'm here to learn. I'm very coachable. Okay, I just focus on what I'm not good at, and I surround my village with those people. Okay, Anna's sister, another genius person. So what I suggested David to do is to take her AP, one of her essays, and then read it. Okay, and then look at that and use that as a guide to if you should even think about taking the class. Wouldn't that be a good way to look at it? Or
yeah, that would certainly be one way to gauge if it seems doable or not.
if it said, and I read it and I said not.
Well, is it the end of the year essay that he's produced, or is it the beginning?
Right? Remember I said?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the beginning of the year essay, I think.
Right. And I looked at it in the beginning, or middle, end, and I'm like, wow, and that was a really good essay.
Yeah.
And then I was fooling around and I said, let me just look at the rough draft and see if you can manage that, because I mean, it's just so hard. I mean, this is Chinese. You couldn't have two more different languages. I mean, you talked to Laura, right? She knows 6 languages.
What you're encouraging is that it's very important for students to experience success.
Exactly.
Because success
That's what I'm
builds
saying.
on success. But you have both. You want to push your limits and get out of your comfort zone, but you also want to make sure you're experiencing success for your self-esteem.
That's my point.
I would say that his current teacher would have a really good idea about whether he's ready or not to go on. And I think also one of the biggest markers of success is the will to succeed. And if he's motivated and interested, and I agree, give it a try. And if it's too much, he'll know in 2 weeks' time if it's too much, and then he can drop down a level that he's more comfortable with. But when people want to go for it, my bent is to always say, go for it and see what happens. I mean, we're so often in life told what we can't do and what we shouldn't try. And I just, you just don't know until you try.
High five.
All right. Again? Come on.
Love it.
This is why am I the only one? Come on. But help me. I'm reaching out here, hanging out, on the limb, as they say. Michael, you met your wife, at AP exam, right? And you took that...
After the seaweed. Yes.
After the seaweed. Michael, really fast before we take the break, what's going on with United?
We
need a roof.
We do at the Carp Club.
Okay.
We're still raising money for that, of course. And Camp Whittier.
Yes.
We took a big hit there, but
Yes.
How many buildings? I know at least one outbuilding.
No, we lost 3 bunkhouses. Fourth that burned to the ground. A fourth one had a tree fall on it. We lost our maintenance shed, 2 residences, and that's it. Everything else is a lot of tree damage. Of course, we have to take a lot of trees down, but we're in the cleanup process now. We'll be back bigger, better than ever, and we have insurance, so. But there will be a call out to the community, an opportunity for the community to come up, and there's been so many people that have called us and said, I went there in 5th grade, 6th grade. Right. I want to come up and help out. What can I do? We're going to do a community day up at camp where people can come up and help out once we get it safe.
Barn raising.
Yes, an old-fashioned barn raising.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're gonna do that, and it just is really, it was really humbling when so, I don't remember who told me this, but they said this is an opportunity where you have to let people help. Right. You're so used to helping so many people. It's like, let people help. No, this is it's good for everybody to be able to help. Mm-hmm. So I had a lot of people reach out, and it was hard walking in there, though. I can be honest with you. It was very hard to walk into that camp and see the damage. Very, very could have been a lot worse, though. Mm-hmm. A lot worse. And we did.
Thank you to the firefighters.
The firefighters. Ooh. God bless them. God bless them.
Unbelievable. So what do we have in August? So we have our next event is?
Our golf tournament at La Cumbre Country Club, and that's September. And we're always selling foursomes. You can get that at unitedbg.org, www.unitedbg.org. That's United Boys and Girls Clubs. Okay. And all the proceeds benefit the programs that we do every day for the kids.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything that you do for them. Definitely.
Thank you.
Right.
But I have one thing to say to Anna.
Yes.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yes. I've heard that a lot. And actually, there was a girl on my soccer team named Elsa. So it was like Elsa and Anna.
Isn't that great?
I heard a lot of jokes about that, yes.
Every day. I love it.
Hey, we'll take a break, Anna, but who did you bring today?
I brought my friend Cory, and she brought her friend... I forget your name. I'm sorry. I'm really bad.
But we're going to take a break.
Carolina.
All right. So, and they are
polo players.
All right. Let's take a break. We'll get to the polo players. And then we got Dugan all over at Massage Green. And we're going to get to him because nobody loves to get massages in Santa Barbara unless you go to Massage Green. Oh, we got to do that again. Where do we get massages? We go to Massage Green. There you go. All right, let's take a break. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Team. We'll be back with a lot more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. I want to shoot it over here to Dominique Hackett. Is that all right? She looks at me, but it's too late now. First of all, I got to say, we had a grand show last week, and I want to say thank you for leading that and having your son come up, and that was great. And it was a really wonderful thing because we were in the garage because you wanted to join in on the whole festivity of this whole new outreach. Well, actually, I'm going in because I'm doing the art reach. So you were in, and it was nice when the neighbor was awesome. A little shout out to Poor Lamar Nursery. Woo! And Aaron, yeah, right. So Tish comes over with the little dogs, and she just walks into, thanks Tish for coming over with the dogs, so now you know it's for real, and walks in, she goes, she was absolutely captivated by the show.
Yes.
Right? And she just walks, I'll let you come over and take in. It's just it was awesome, to be able to share this whole thing with somebody.
Well, we really appreciated all the community support. We had a show last week where we discussed sports and those members of our community that are transgendered, and how do you incorporate the transgendered folks folks with our sports. And there's actually a California law issued in 2014 that clearly handles the issue. No problem. Whatever gender you feel most aligned with, that's the team you get to participate on in high school. So that was really wonderful. But it was a great show. Really, really appreciate that. So our neighbor, it turns out our neighbor down the street is the person who is responsible for the transgendered show at UCSB. Cynthia, I believe is her name. So we'll be meeting her. So beautiful. But what a beautiful community support.
It was nice. So Cynthia, we haven't met you yet, and we want you to like swing on by. It was really exciting. And I was just like shocked. And Tish, thanks for sharing. And it was just like, I was just it was just nice. I've never had anybody just like come to the house and share that whole thing, because you don't really know where you were going to go with something like that. It was like an important, and I want to thank you too, Kristen, because like I texted you and I'm like,
I wanted to be there so badly.
Well, I know, but what you think matters to me, because you're out there every day with students and at City College and everything.
Yeah.
Then of course I texted Anna and then all my queens, because I'm like, okay, I need some feedback here, because I'm in my mind most of the times, but I have 3 friends that have adult children that are making the change, and I'm like, God, this is just I know this is more common maybe now, but we have to talk about it.
I'm so glad you talked about it. That's really helping people in the community too, to just normalize that this is something that's available now, that people don't have to be trapped in their bodies anymore, and you brought it to light and brought it to the air, and hopefully that helps somebody listening. That was very courageous, and bravo.
Yeah. So the thing that Aiden shared with us is that if you have someone that you want to get to know, the first thing is ask them what their name is, and then if you can tell, hey, this might actually be someone who might be transgendered, don't be afraid of it. Just jump in there and say, hey, I want to get to know you better. What pronouns do you prefer going by? That's actually an okay question to ask. So we really, really appreciate that. And what we're working on is learning how to language how we feel, and also creating safe space for everyone to have an experience. Whatever you're having, that's your authentic experience, and it's natural.
Yes.
I guess that was the big thing for me. You're going to be in situations now. College, ladies, you're going into college. You don't know who's going to be in your class. I just don't want you to be in an unfamiliar situation, because you don't know who you're going to, what situation you're going to be in, especially playing sports. I played 3 college sports when I was in college, but there wasn't it was an issue. There was no issue like that. We just didn't have a category, I guess, for that kind of situation. So, I just wanted to open it up again, learning the language of it, because now there's a language, and I just didn't want, because then you don't know what to say, you feel awkward, a little sensitive to it, and then for me, I'm not sensitive to anything. I just, as Mikey knows, we're from back east, we just walk on in, and when we were having a conversation, and there you go, slippy oopsie, he was the perfect person to discuss issues with, because if I slipped and fell faceplant, he was a great person to say, no, say it like this. I'm like, oh, thank you. I get it. And it's not difficult. I don't get it. And you educating me, and I'm like, oh, thank you.
It's like asking somebody your name. We all like to be called by our names, and we get to define what our name is. And if my name's Kristen and someone says, I'm going to call you Chrissy or Teeny or Tiny or whatever, that's not my name. My name is Kristen, and I get to say I like to be called Kristen. And it's just the same. It's just asking somebody the courtesy of, how do you like to be called and referred to?
Exactly. Exactly. Love it.
Perfect. All right.
For me, it's a no-brainer. I think it's awesome that you did that. I think it's fantastic.
Thank you.
And
I had you you're on that thing, and then I got a response. I'm like, because you were right in that list. You're on that short list.
I know. I should have been there for that. That would have been a great discussion. I think the ladies around the table here, especially the high school students, 10 years from now, this is not going to be, it'll be much more common and will not be a big deal. But 10 years ago, even talking about people who are openly gay, look at where we are now in society. So hopefully 10 years from now, you guys are growing up in an environment that 20 years ago, it would have been unbelievable to even think that you could talk about this publicly. So
I think it was really good to listen to that show, because at least kids my age, no one really talks about it that much, at least yet. So I didn't really know much about it, but I really enjoyed listening to that show. Yeah, it was really informative.
Well, I guess you haven't had face it because it's not like you're in a class and then all of a sudden, boom, it's there.
You're facing it.
You're facing it. So
Yeah.
That's it. That's pretty much it at the end of the discussion. So, break time. You see how time flies when you're just having this wonderful discussion because it's about languaging. All right, let's take a break because we have amazing, and maybe with the energy flow, we'll have a massage green. And we'll maybe get something free out of this little thing, right? Because we love free, all right? That's it. So we love massage green, all right?
We'll get a Zen moment.
We're going to get some Zen. That's what we need, some Zen, all right? This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with a lot more of these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in every single Tuesday at 9 a.m. Talking about falling. Yeah, who's in the house now? Joe! Back! Honor! Massage! Green!
It's always so nice to come back, too. Friends, and it's like family here.
We love you.
Well, that's reciprocated.
I tell you,
many times.
I'm a standing now. My friend Chris Akisibella retired. And you know the love that I have for you. But, I have loyalty because I'm a loyal bird, okay? But she's retired, so now it's all you, Joe.
Okay, well,
we're standing.
We couldn't be happier, by the way.
Standing.
Dominique also.
Sit, standing. Oops, sorry.
Joe, I've learned so much from you about dirty electricity and infrared, and I've read all the books that you passed on to Erica. Really fantastic.
I'm still a neophyte in that area, but I got to tell you, it's when you're in the business, you get so much information on a daily basis or weekly basis or whatever. So you kind of immerse yourself, and I think if you look at today's society, and I look at these healthy gals that are playing sports and are outside and so forth, and then you have other kids that I look at, and they have text neck now as a chiropractic term because they're actually down in their phone like this, and their head's heavy enough that
text thumbs, too.
Text thumbs, arthritic, all kinds of crazy things like that. And that's not where you want to be because that's what happens over a period of time and muscle memory and so forth of not getting out and being healthy and getting fresh air and living inside with the windows closed up and the toxins that are in your cupboards that aren't releasing and being able to get out from underneath your sink. People, they don't realize that if you put Windex and Clorox under a sink together, it's a very elementary form of what was World War I mustard gas. I mean, how horrible is that? That's not what you want in your home.
It causes what's called now housewife depression.
That's a very common term these days, is right.
And by the way, that text neck you talk about, old guys I see walking State Street have it, but they've never texted. They just have their heads hunched forward, and those are the guys I do not want to become. I swore I was going to maintain an upright posture when I walked. When I text or when I do anything on my phone, I pull over to the side of the sidewalk, if I'm walking, to get out of people's way, because I hate it when people... and now there's a law in Hawaii that was passed. It is now finable if you cross the street while using your phone. I love it.
I love it, too.
I do, too.
I was in Laguna Beach last week, and Laguna Beach as a community has gone non-smoking public completely. I don't know about the vaping, which is just as bad for you young ladies. And these are the things that we've got to teach our youth. And, the Boys and Girls Club, I know, is a perfect example of that. Yeah. And, all these different things that I look at that I just shake my head and I say, but the grace of God could be me as a young child, but I never smoked, and I was always athletic and healthy and so forth. And I brought that into my family, and now I'm bringing it into a community, and the community's bringing it into their families. So it's that exponential growth that we get. And I look at this opioid addiction that we have that is just It's just craziness. Yeah. You have as many people dying on a yearly basis as the Vietnam War. You've got 55,000 people, and a lot of them being in the age range 17, 18, 19 years old. Their lives are just beginning. And this health and wellness is not just a fad. It's something that if you look at it as a young person and embrace it, and it doesn't mean you have to go crazy with it, but it means that you really have to, you are what you eat.
You know, normally, you'd say that most people take better care of their car than they do of their body. However, the last few fires that we have had have been caused by cars that have pulled off to the side of the road and have caught the grass on fire, and usually it's because they pulled over because of a mechanical problem they didn't take care of. So can't use that analogy anymore.
That is so
but
true.
It's absolutely true. And if you don't take care of, I'm 57, and I do not. I'll be honest with you, if I wind up hunched over and barely moving across the ground, take me out. They shoot horses, don't they? I want quality of life, dadgummit. I do not want to be hobbling around, and so I'm doing the best I can to make sure that I don't wind up like that.
Yeah, and one thing I can recommend to everyone is stargazing. Look up at the sky.
Oh my God!
That is a wonderful way to relax your neck. Is make sure every evening you take time to look up at this, look at the moon, look at the stars. It also broadens your world view when you realize, wow, I'm one of billions of people on a planet that's revolving. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. It just changes everything.
I was at an event. This is 6-7 years ago. I was at an event in Buena Park when I was running the club in Anaheim, and we were sitting at it. We seated at a table. This is God's honest truth. Gentleman that told me the story, who was the director of the Buena Park Club. He said he was seated at the table, and he had to get up to go to the restroom. He comes back from the restroom, and it was a Good Friday breakfast for the YMCA. Was putting on a Good Friday breakfast, and he comes back, and the kids at the table are all hunched over. And he's like, he starts to pray with the kids, and he realizes, he goes, these kids aren't praying, they're on their cell phones. He thought they were all praying. I said, oh my goodness.
No, that is a funny story.
That is hysterical.
Yeah, that is funny.
The one thing that I liked about it, first of all, and I didn't, first thing that I did, and that I have for Casey Bella since the beginning of the whole membership thing, is your membership prices are outstanding. I mean, folks, the one thing that I highly recommend is to become part of your club program. Because your memberships, they're so competitive, and what it does is it makes you go in and take care of yourself. Because if you're just going to be spot on, like, okay, I'm going to get the massage, I don't have time, whatever. I like the whole membership because it kind of makes you go in once a month or whatever and take care of yourself. And you have the 60 a minute and do the 90-minute. And I mean, for an extra $20, get a 90-minute massage, because honestly, like most of us, it takes you 15, 20 minutes just to relax, and you've got a new, Dominique and I, we go to Tom, and I mean, he's great.
Shout out to Tom.
Shout out to Tom. But all of your, I know Dr. D, who do you go to? You have a couple of...
Dawn.
You go to Dawn?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I haven't, I know of a lot of people that go there. I mean, they're all class. You've tried, you had a Swedish by somebody else?
Vera.
Yeah.
Shout out to Vera.
Yeah, so I haven't found, heard of anybody. I mean, they're all class, great therapists. So, I mean, honestly, I've not heard anybody. I mean, just shout out to Massage Green.
Well, thank you. That's very much appreciated. It really is. So, and I'm going up to visit there after here, and I will try and get with every one of them and let them know your sentiments. Thank you.
Yeah, seriously. Michael, you're not a member yet.
Well, here's what I'm going to say about them.
What?
You're a great corporate citizen. There's a lot of businesses that are in there to make a profit. Certainly you want to make a profit, understand that, but you give back quite a bit to the community. I want to thank you for doing that, because you don't have to do that.
And I appreciate that. And then after the break here, I will chime in with something that I hope the Boys and Girls Clubs will be happy with.
Oh, there you go.
It just doesn't end.
And I didn't say that to get that.
Of course you didn't.
No.
Of course not.
No.
It was a reminder that because it was, I've been in here, I think, 2 other times since then but the first time I met you was just before the golf program that was going on up at the up at the country club.
All right. All right, we'll segue right into that. Maybe you'll teach us more during break. All right, thank you, Joe. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with a lot more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. and we're on all social media. Where else, Anna? Do you know?
Yeah, we got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, I believe,
That's
YouTube,
everywhere.
Yeah, and then
We're all over. We gotta follow. Gotta follow.
do it.
That's the only way to do it.
Of course.
All right, Anna, who would you bring?
I brought my friend Cory Williams.
Woo! Cory.
And her friend Carolina.
Nice.
And they play polo.
Nice.
Horse polo.
All right, so I always like to say, and then I'm going to be quiet after this. So when you say, just always say who you are, because you'll start talking. Say it say this is.
Okay.
Got you. There you go.
All right. So how long have you guys been playing polo?
Well, hi, I'm Cory.
Nice.
I've been playing polo for 4 years now, but I've been riding ever since I could walk. My parents put me on a horse right away.
This is Carolina. I've been playing polo since I was able to walk. Same with Cory, riding led by a rope and the horse. It's just since then, yeah.
So did you guys do it jumping? I know there's people do jumping as well, on horses. Do you do that as well as polo?
Yeah, that's actually how I started out. I didn't start out originally with polo. I started just by riding, jumping. I did the shows. I went around the country doing that. And then my dad actually won a raffle ticket to get me a polo lesson. And ever since then, I've been hooked.
It's really neat. So I know the game's a little bit different. There's a thing called chuckers or something. It's a quarter. I don't really know how the game works, but do you use multiple horses during every game?
Yeah, so you're right, we have chuckers, not quarters. So there are 6 chuckers in a game, 7.5 minutes each. But games normally go up to 2 hours. Whenever there's a foul, they stop the clock, or if someone gets hurt, horse gets hurt, player. Yeah, it's a really fun game to watch, very interesting. You never know what to expect.
Do you guys travel a lot for polo? I know you said you went around the country a little bit, but...
Last year, I actually went to Argentina to see the Open they had there, and went for a big polo gala and saw all my friends from all over. So it was a lot of fun.
That's really cool. Do you guys meet a lot of new people that you keep in touch with from that?
Yeah, I traveled to play for Team USA in Poland this winter, and I made that connection at a tournament on the East Coast. So every single place you go, you meet someone new, you make connections all around the world. It's really quite amazing.
And somehow everyone knows each other. We go to different places and everyone has someone in common.
So it's a pretty small community, the polo community?
Yeah, really small community. But it's nice because you get to be really close with everybody in it.
So do you have a different team every game, or is it the same team that you travel with?
It varies depending on the season. So right now we're both in high school, and we play on our own high school teams, and we stick with that team. But then on the grass, you switch around, move around. Players get, drafted, if you want to make it a football term, to different teams.
It's each tournament, specific people sign up, and so they rank it from who signed up, how long they've been playing, and I guess from there they make teams.
Cool. What do you guys have a favorite part of playing polo?
My favorite part would honestly have to be meeting all these new people from all around the world. It's been such a great experience. I've made so many new friends that I'm still really close with today.
Mm-hmm. That seems really cool to travel doing something that you love, especially a sport at such a young age.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys plan on playing in college or after college?
Yeah, I'm actually basing a lot of my college choices off of what of the best polo teams, and I've got to meet with a lot of coaches and that are going to help me with that whole process. So,
can I throw in one quick question, because I really don't know the answer, but these young ladies can tell me?
Sure.
And seriously, who's better known in the sport, the players or the horses?
We have some pretty special horses. We have the Horse Hall of Fame too. Very
expensive horses too, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like how expensive? I have no idea.
I mean,
It depends on like what level you're playing at, I guess.
Yeah, you can get starter horses around. I feel like
What's
even
the
like
most
500.
expensive horse? Like the horse,
Well, there's thoroughbreds that go for like $3 million.
$3 million.
a lot of people.
I want that.
I'm in.
Now we're talking expensive horse.
A lot of them like breed their own as well.
Yeah,
So,
it's really family based. There's a lot of ranches where families breed their own horses, and it's awesome.
Whoa.
What school do you go to that has a polo team?
oh well, the teams are like outside of school.
Oh,
not like at the different clubs.
Okay.
So you're going to go to Westmont, and then, that's where we want them to go. That's what I'm talking about right there. Not that I know anything about the school. Hey, let's take a little break. We'll talk about that during break. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with a lot more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
Every single Tuesday.
Anna, woo, love it.
Yes.
I love this polo.
I know, me too. It's very
Okay.
interesting.
Yes. Don't you wish you had a horse?
I really do.
Like a $3
I've
million
always wanted a
horse.
horse. I do. Really.
My goodness.
I wish I got into riding when I was little.
Sit.
It'd be so cool now.
Too late.
I know.
Never.
Never too late. I was joking. You should have taken that AP English. Oh, you are.
I did. I did. Do you guys? What would you say is like the hardest part, if there is one, about playing polo?
For me, it's when my horses get hurt. They're like my pets to me. Like if something happens midway through the game, like I've had a horse going lame is like when they limp. It will completely throw me off the rest of the game, and like until they get better, pretty much.
I know you're worried about how they're doing.
It's almost a little detrimental when I'm playing, because I'll be halfway through it, realize someone's hurt, and then completely shut down.
So when you travel for polo, do you take your own horses, or do you use like when you went to Argentina or something?
Well, I just went to watch like the big games in Argentina, but most of the time you can like borrow or rent from a friend. Yeah.
Does it take a while to like get used to a different horse?
It really depends on. I mean, when you first start out, it's definitely because each horse is different. They each kind of move differently, respond differently. But after a while, you start to figure out how to make it work.
Mm-hmm. What would be the difference between a thoroughbred, horse that I'm going to see racing on a racetrack, between that and a horse that you're going to have for polo? What would be the biggest difference between the two horses?
Well, for polo, you normally don't have overly large horses. It's more difficult for them to turn around quickly and obviously to hit the ball. But we actually do have thoroughbreds. Off-the-track thoroughbreds is a big part of that make up the horses in polo. So we have a lot of horses from Argentina, because that's where polo's huge.
Big polo area.
But what else is different about them? Just honestly, anything that can go fast and turn quickly will make a good polo pony.
Because I'm really good at donkey basketball, but I don't think that translates to polo.
I've never started basketball.
That's a long story.
Ladies, oh my goodness. So we wish you the best, and can you please come back again? Like, especially, are you in your season right now, or? Yeah.
Right now it's the grass season.
And then
so come back and visit, please. We got some T-shirts for you too. So
Thank
we
you.
want you to wear those T-shirts on those big horses.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna get back to Joe here. He's got a surprise for us. We don't know what it is. We've been breathlessly waiting because we got polo girls here too. Got to incorporate that in it. Okay, what do we got? I'm
Okay,
so all right, what do we got?
A whole year has gone by since I first met Michael when he was up here and they were doing the golf tournament. And I was racking my brain, what did we do? I know we did something for the tournament. So I don't remember what it was. So what I'm going to do, which may be different or new or the same, I don't recall, but we'd like to give every member of the tournament a free infrared sauna.
Woo! Free infrared sauna.
And golfers need that twisting and turning of the back is critical.
Thank you.
And then what we'd also like to do is you could use it as a raffle, give 2 massages and 2 facials.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
Take care of it. And, guys, facials are acceptable out there.
Have you seen my face?
I don't know if it's made any difference with me. Probably not, but I do get facials.
Facials are good.
They are. They're
facials
wonderful.
Are really
actually.
good. I
very
love
relaxing. Very.
Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
Unbelievable. The love in this room. I'm feeling it. I'm loving the love. I'm loving you, Joe.
Thank you. I
Seriously.
appreciate it so much.
You're awesome. Want to see some pictures at my house?
I do. I want to see those. I'm trying to see the.
See my paintings.
I want to see if any paint got on the canvas.
You want to see some paintings? So your pictures on my floors? No, I'm just kidding. Ladies, Anna. So what's going on? Seriously, we got to be closing up here. We got a minute, but you're going to be knocking out some good grades, right?
Yeah. School starts tomorrow.
Okay.
So that'll be fun.
Okay.
Yeah, volleyball.
I'm going to see you the rest of the year, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
yes,
good. Michael, we only got like 25 seconds, but you're going to say something very strong. I know it.
Appreciate all the support that we continue to get from this show.
Well, you're a co-host.
There's another example right here.
That's it.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate
It's about connections. We love you. Look at you, looks at me.
The love is all around.
That's it. Can I help you make signs? I do paintings now. Can I help you make signs? Because you're going to run, right?
I am running.
Okay,
I'm
good.
in the race.
Okay,
yeah.
good. All right, we'll talk about that next
Okay,
show.
and I'd love a painted sign.
One last thing. What? If I could get that horse in that infrared sauna when it's lame, I would. Going to Del Mar with my family Saturday.
All right.
Love them.
Hey, Santa Barbara, we love you. Be kind today. God bless you. See you next week.
Nothing's gonna ever keep you down.